Hello, welcome to Marriage Minutes.
Hello.
And this is the anniversary special. Yes,
But we don't have our stuff.
we don't have to have stuff.
Okay.
We have been married, Kobe Bryant, Deuce Quattro, 24 years. Or they would say it another way. Yeah. All right. Anyway, we've been married 24 on May 2nd. And so this is an anniversary special. And so my question to you, Rhonda, is what would you tell yourself on May 2nd, 1998? What would you tell yourself if you could just give that young Rhonda one piece of advice?
About being married to you? Is that what you're saying?
Really?
No, I'm asking you. Is that what you're saying?
Sure. Or just in general, marriage in general.
So you want to know what I would tell the bride?
Yeah. What would you tell the bride?
Standing in the washroom, praying, that's saying, God, if this is not your plan, will you break my leg as I walk down the aisle? I actually did do that. I did. That wasn't a knock on you. I just was hoping that I was doing what God called me to do. And I need him to do something drastic if I wasn't. And he didn't. So look what has happened.
Look at God.
Of that.
Yeah.
If I could go back and talk to that young chick, I think that I would tell her to be patient with herself. I think so much in that first probably 7 years of marriage, we were just didn't know what the heck we were doing, didn't know how to, or let me speak for myself. I didn't know how to love Mark. I didn't know how to appreciate him. I did not know what his needs truly were. I just wanted a husband and I loved him, had loved him most of my life. And so that was easy for me, but it was hard to understand what it truly meant to be in a relationship with someone. So I think that I would tell her to be patient. I think that I would tell her to not kick against the pricks as much as she did. I do feel like so much of what I learned as a young wife was very countercultural in terms of submission and being the helpmate and all of that kind of stuff. Even though I knew from a religious or a spiritual background that was what I really wanted, I don't know that I felt like it was realistic at the time. Mm-hmm. And I wish that I had not fought as much against some of those lessons that many elders in my life were trying to teach me. And I probably struggled, and I know I caused more havoc in our relationship because I just didn't submit to what was being told to me, because I still had to learn it the hard way. I'm hard-headed in that way. And I think about when I talk to my daughter about that often, it's like sometimes you just got to learn by falling down on your head. And that's the hardest thing to think about as a mature person, because you waste so much time doing stuff the wrong way when you could have had that much more time doing it the correct way.
That's good. We might as well just say be well, be blessed, right?
No, you have to answer your own question.
All right. What would I say to that young?
He was bad, though.
Oh, he was. He had a rock and he had hair.
No, he did not.
Anyway.
Why'd you
I had hair when we got married. We're not going to sit here and argue about if I had hair. I had hair.
Come on, what would you tell her? Because I could go a whole bunch of places with it, but I have learned.
Yeah. You're going to enjoy your Chris Rock moment.
I'm going to hold my peace, just like Chris Rock. Yes.
I think for me, I would tell the young Mark to take off the mask earlier. Mm. I think so much of the heartache and the baggage that he was carrying, he just felt like he had to carry it. And so I would tell him to allow God to deal with the internal strife and the internal hurt quicker or sooner. But God is still God, and God had a reason to do the way the things he did. But if he could just address some of those unhealed wounds that he carried, I think he would realize how great he was, and not to waste years not really knowing that, and to embrace family and those who love him versus sabotaging it and pushing those people away because of the dysfunction that was in his life.
That saying is so true that talks about youth is wasted on the young. And I just think that we spent a lot of our youth trying to figure each other out and not being on the same team. And so therefore waste, because he's working with him and I'm kicking against my own pricks and all of that kind of stuff. And I just think about now, as I said that, like how many years did we waste when we were young and vibrant and happy?
Speak for
and
yourself, girl.
what?
I'm still young.
Yeah, of course you are.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something.
What?
I will drink a glass of wine here and there, and aged wine is so much better than the young cheap stuff, just so you know.
I ain't Boone's Farm.
But anyway, I just think about how many years that could have been spent benefiting from the youth that we had. Not to say that we don't have many more years together, but I just think about like, wow, there's some regret there because I wasted time thinking it had to be my way or no way, or pushing. Go ahead.
Or you waste time thinking you got time.
Yeah. So don't waste the marital youth that you have left thinking and believing that your way is the only way, because it's not. The only way really is his way.
Yeah. His ways are not our ways.
Right. And you do have to figure that out along the way.
Yeah. I probably would tell my young self to communicate better.
And on that note, I'm going to be quiet.
Be well and be blessed. Happy anniversary, Whites.